What's up, guys? So I'm doing a video today on a full face of some old makeup favorites of mine. I thought this would be a good video to do because I have so many different products in the back of my drawers that I haven't touched in so long, and they used to be my absolute favorites before I started buying some new makeup. So a lot of these are probably from about a year or more ago, and they were like the best products ever in my opinion, and I probably will still think the same thing today. So I did want to do this video for you guys, and it's kind of like a full face of nothing new, I guess you can say, but they are my old favorites. So if you guys would like to see me do a full face of my old makeup favorites, then keep watching. So guys, the first thing that I'm going to get into is using my lid primer. I mean, this is an old favorite, new favorite. It's just always been a favorite. And I honestly keep saying I probably need to get a new one of this. And I have one actually, I'm sorry. I have one in my drawer and I haven't even used it yet because I'm trying to use every last bit of this. So what are you gonna do? I'm just trying to get my money's worth. I'm sorry. So I'm going to actually use an oldie but a goodie. This eyeshadow palette is my absolute favorite and I still love it. I still use it in the springtime and everything, and today feels like such a nice day here, so I'm thinking why not? Spring is near, you know, the groundhog said it was around the corner, so why not? This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This came out so long ago, but this was my ultimate favorite palette. I cannot even tell you how happy I was when I first bought this. This was like my favorite thing in the world. I still love this. All of these shades are like my absolute favorites. I love every little bit of them, but you know, during the winter time I liked using some darker shades, even though it's still technically winter, but whatever. So we're gonna use this palette today and see what kind of look we come up with. But what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take another little oldie, which we're also going to use this to set the face. Oh my god, this is cracked. That's not good. We'll hold off as long as we can before getting a new one of these. Anyway, we're going to use this to set the face as well, but I'm going to use this right now to set my lid. Even though it's cracked, broken, and I don't know how that would have cracked. I'm not really sure because it didn't, I don't think I dropped it. Maybe I did a while ago and I don't remember. I don't know. So I'm just gonna use this powder on this brush to set the entire lid. I haven't used this powder in forever. I swear this powder's been sitting in the back of my drawer and I was like, oh my god, I love this. The scent of this powder is horrible though. I may have actually used this in a video recently. I remember talking about the smell. I don't know, but it's been sitting in the back of my drawer lately and I'm just kind of feeling it today. Why not give it a shot? All right, let's get into the palette. So the first shade I think I'm going to go into is Puree over here, and I'm going to stick that in the crease. I just recently washed all of my brushes. I'm so happy and proud of myself, I have to say. I feel like I never actually wash my brushes, which I don't. It's very bad. I don't like the mirror in here. I'm using this one. Oh my god, this palette's so old, but it still blends so well. So yeah, I recently washed my brushes just the other day, and it took me 2 full days to actually get it done because, well, I'm sorry, not 2 full days, that's over dramatic. I had to stop in the middle of doing it because it was taking me hours to finish. I have so many brushes, guys. And I'm definitely thinking of doing a video of my favorite brushes that I can't live without. There are a lot of them, but I'm obsessed with certain brushes, and every time that I use them up and I'm too afraid to use them again because I really don't want to wind up getting like sick or something, getting any bacteria in my eye and even my face because we are acne prone. So I try not to reuse brushes too much. All right, we're gonna be a little frisky today. Why not? We're gonna go in with this Candied Peach color, even though it's a little shimmery. Ooh, no. And I'm gonna take that all over the lid. So I'm going to use a different kind of blending brush, but it's a little more tapered. So I'm going to dip it into that pink shade. Ooh, this is going to be fun. And I am going to brush that all over the lid. I have to say, lately I've been rushing through makeup constantly, and I feel like I wind up never actually putting on eyeshadow in a really fun way, getting into it, trying different things. I just do the same thing every single day. I'll put on a little bit of bronzer, put that in my crease, and run out the door. Which, you know, when you're in a rush, it's normal. It's fine. But for me, I really want to try doing something different. I feel like I've been so bored of my eyeshadow looks recently, and I just want to try something new. So for me, this is going to be new, and you know, good luck to me. It's not the most pigmented color, but sometimes I like that because I'm building it up on the lid right now. I don't want it to be overpowering the entire look. It's just not what I want right now. So I'm just going to quickly blend the edges of that. I like to make sure my look is extremely blended. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade, I think I'm going to take Bellini here. I'm going to take the shade Bellini, and I'm just going to put that on my finger, and I'm going to put that all over the lid with my finger. I feel like I just said that this is such a different look. It's really not. It's just brighter. Brighter than the average look that I always go for. So I am putting that literally all over the lid. I don't know why. I think in the camera this looks darker than it actually is. I don't know. But to me it doesn't look so dark. Anyway, let's see if we can add any more depth to this. I'm thinking I'm going to take the shade Summer Yum, and I'm going to stick that in the outer corner. So recently, guys, I've decided that I kind of want to revamp my skincare routine a little bit. I know. It's a little ridiculous because we all know that I probably have 3,000 different products. But I don't know, I'm just thinking about it because I feel like some stuff is just not doing it for me. I feel like certain skincare products, either they're not doing anything for me anymore, or I'm trying them out and I'm not seeing any difference in my skin. Also, I'm becoming a lot more aware of certain ingredients that are going into my, well, that are in my products. And I'm a little more leery of that stuff when it comes to skincare, not as much with makeup, because I feel like, you know, skincare is like the base of everything, and that is something that I really worry about when it comes to my acne. So lately I've been looking into different things to see if maybe there are different products I can use that'll won't be so irritating for my skin. I learned some things. Apparently, silicones are like in everything. Everything. And silicones are terrible for clogging pores. Like, it's literally all they do. They just, I mean, they smooth out your skin and everything. They make it look really nice, but they clog your pores. When I found out about that, I was so pissed. And then if you go on Sephora, you can filter ingredients preferences. So you can put in like, oh, I want only clean products, or oh, I want paraben free, oh, I want silicone free. So I took a look at silicone free under like just foundations to see what they had. There's like 8 foundations from Sephora. That's it. That are silicone free. I'm like, 8? That's it? Just 8. And they're not even like, not all of them are even clean brands. I think one was like from Bite Beauty. One of the ones from Smashbox is apparently silicone free. I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then I started looking up the skincare and it really concerned me because I was like, there are silicones in here. This is gonna bother me. I was so annoyed when I found out about that because I was like, okay, I'm using acne prone skincare that's supposed to be clearing up my skin, and I'm finding out that there's silicones in there. So that bothers me. That annoys me. So I'm gonna try and like take a look and see if there's something new that I can find. I don't want to change up my skincare routine entirely within 2 days. I think that's ridiculous. You also need to see what products work for you and which ones don't. So therefore, we're not going to go crazy right away. But there is a brand that I'm looking to try recently that I will tell you about in just a second because I actually need to do my makeup. Otherwise this is gonna get very boring. I'm going to prime my skin, and I'm going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish primer water here. This one is in Crystal Clarity, but I wouldn't worry about that because I don't think you can get those anymore unless maybe they're on the Smashbox website. I'm not so sure. Most refreshing feeling in the world. Oh, I love the way that feels. By the way, guys, I am kind of disappointed in certain products I've been trying recently. So I decided to try out that e.l.f. putty primer that I put in my Instagram story, and I thought that it would be creamy and nice, but it's not. I don't like it. I really don't. I'm a little disappointed, I have to say. I also tried out this no filter setting powder from Colourpop, and it's just kind of, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I don't know. Not a huge fan of it. Anyway, let's get into the makeup. So I'm going to use this YSL Top Secrets Instant Matte Pore Refiner. My skin does not need anything matte right now, I'll be honest. But that is why don't judge me, this is a product that I know and love, but I'm going to use this Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base on my skin before I put on this primer because I want another base that's a little more hydrating for me because I feel like it's not warm enough for my skin yet to put on mattifying product. I mean, in the summertime, that's really easy for me because I wind up just using like mattifying foundations, mattifying primers, and it doesn't bother my skin because I get a little bit oily in my T-zone. But during the winter time, I don't like the tight feeling on my skin, and I want to avoid that at all costs. So I'm putting on that, well, I put on that face base from Bobbi Brown, which is very nice and very hydrating. But now I'm going to use this matte pore refiner. This used to be one of my favorite primers. I used this a ton, and I used the Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot. That's what it was called. And that stuff was like magic. I mean, it is magic. I'm still obsessed with that product. I just don't use it a lot in the winter. Same thing with this one. This also has a scent. It has a scent, so if you don't like those wonderful, luxurious scents that, you know, make you get a headache, then don't use that. So I'm now going to use this foundation. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation infused with peach and sweet fig cream. This is still one of my favorite foundations. I just love the way this is on the skin. It looks so nice. They say it's comfort matte, so it's not completely 100% drying. It doesn't feel very drying on my skin. So that's why I chose this one over some other matte ones. Oh my god, guys, I forgot to wet my sponge. So I'm using some new sponges. These are from Luxie. They came in this box. I got this in a BoxyCharm box from this month, yeah. So one is a detail blender, one is a precision blender, and one is a powder blender. Do I know which one is which? No, I have no clue. How am you supposed to know? They don't label them on the box. They feel very weird. Oh, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. Now, which one should I use to blend out my foundation? Ooh, that's wet. I didn't wring that out enough. Okay. I'll use this gray one. Why not? So I'm going to use this to blend out the foundation. So this actually matches me pretty well, this foundation. I don't think that I need my custom cover drops. The only thing I do remember about this foundation is you had to use a lot of it in order to build it up. Yeah, I gotta use a lot of this. Anyway, guys, so some products that I'm looking into using. I went online and I was looking up different ways that people have cleared up their skin with products, and I get a lot of hits, but I get like Curology and like those random Clinique and Peter Thomas Roth sets, and I don't know, I've tried products from both of those lines and I did not like them, and I feel like they're not that great, and I'm still seeing the same thing. They all have silicones in them. So I finally found, not really a set, but God, I'm using so much foundation. I found Like I said, not really a set. I found a brand that I have not heard of much, at least. I mean, I've heard of it a little bit, but not from anywhere popular. Like Sephora doesn't sell it, Ulta doesn't sell it. It's very expensive. I don't think even Nordstrom sells it. I think Revolve does. Revolve sells it. It's called Allies of Skin, and it's more expensive than my car payment on my car. It's just like, it's very pricey. Like my entire skincare routine, I feel like I'd be that person on one of those skincare or makeup blogs, like on Allure or Birdie or something, and you'll see me and it's like, this girl's like $5,000 skincare routine. I'm like, yeah, it's amazing, it's so good. But it's not one of those luxury type brands, and I mean like it's luxury in terms of the price, obviously, but it's not luxury in terms of like, it doesn't have, it's not like Chanel or Gucci or YSL or anything like that. It doesn't have the scent or anything, from what I've heard. But apparently it's not a very widely known brand, because I think that it's more well known in other countries, not really in the US. But there's no silicones in there. They're like clean products, they're GMO free and all kinds of stuff like that. All the things that I try and look for. And you know, they're, like I said, they're just pricey. I don't know if I should go for something so pricey. But on the other hand, do I want to clear up my skin? Yeah, I do. So I looked into them and I was thinking maybe I'll try like getting a product at a time and see what I think. One of the main products I really want to try, they have like, it's called like the Promise Keeper Sleeping Facial. You wear it at night as your moisturizer basically, and it apparently clears up your skin in like a week. People said that they were so skeptical of the product because it's so expensive. They just thought it was gonna be like a complete gimmick, and they used it and in a week their skin was clear. And it's meant for someone with hormonal acne, which is me, 100%, because all I do is stress. I just stress all the time, every day. It's insane. I can't stop stressing. I'm going to use this Jouer Essential High Coverage Concealer. I have used this in the past in my, I think one of my videos months and months ago, but I love this concealer, and honestly I have not used it as much as I used to, and I'm still obsessed with it. Well, I'm obsessed with it, I just haven't used it. So I'm going to put this in the under eye area. Ooh, I feel that drying feeling already, and it's freaking me out. I might just open up the new one. Oh wait, we got some more. We got product coming out. We might be okay. So I'm gonna blend this out, and this foundation's looking so good on my skin. I forgot how amazing this foundation is. This literally looks so nice on your skin. I'm gonna clean up this line a little bit from the eyeshadow. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to trying out this brand. I took one of their little tests, you know, they have you take like that little what's your regimen or something quiz on their website. I took that, and it's very minimal, like what they ask you, well, what they tell you to do. They tell you to literally buy like 5 or 6 products in total, and every day, like in the morning you use these 4 products, at night you use these 4 products, and then like twice, I don't know, it's like 3 nights in a row throughout the week, you use these other 2 products or something like that. Do you probably need all of them? No, probably not. You probably just could get like some of them and then you could get away with it, you'll be fine. But I'm gonna try it out little by little maybe. But like I said, it's expensive. It's so expensive. Oh my god. Anyway guys, I am now going to set my whole face with my broken Coty Airspun loose setting powder, because apparently I dropped it. I don't really know. Whatever. I'm gonna use the other sponge, why not? And I'm just gonna start setting the under eyes. So I probably should have used the small sponge for this, so I can actually get into those tiny little spots. That would have been smart, Victoria. That would have been smart, but you know, I guess we're not smart. So I'm just gonna set these under eyes right now. Oh my god, I hate this side of my nose. It looks like you took a needle and poked little holes in it. I have the worst pores on my right side of my nose. I don't know why. I really don't. but they're the most annoying looking things in the whole world. And we're just gonna like pack in some powder here to make them look less noticeable, you know, so we can clog them up some more. So I'm just using this sponge, which by the way, these sponges feel very dense compared to like a beauty blender. They feel similar to, I would say, the Real Technique sponge. They're not really as porous, they're very dense. Now I'm going to take a brush and set the rest of the face. I have to say, I love how big the packaging is from this powder. It's just so nice. I'm noticing the tight feeling. I have the tight feeling. So now I'm going to actually do my brows really quick. I'm going to take an old favorite, a new favorite, it's all the same. This brow pencil I've loved for a very long time. I had a really dark shade way back when. Why did I get such a dark shade? I don't know. For some reason, I thought my brow hairs really needed to be like darkened. I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm dumb. But after a while I realized, wow, Victoria, you look absolutely ridiculous. Maybe you should get a lighter shade. Probably the better idea, but yeah. So now I'm in a shade 3. If I didn't mention it, I used a shade 5 in the past. So smart of me. I have to say, I don't understand my eyebrows. I really don't. They are so strange. On one side, for instance, this one, it kind of like goes out and then bends down. This one just goes like whoop. I mean, I know they're not supposed to look the same, you know, they're kind of like Jack and Jill, but at the same time, I just get frustrated because certain things, they're not that noticeable and it looks normal. Other things, they're very noticeable and I don't like it. I don't. Whatever. So you guys know what my absolute favorite brow gel is, so I'm actually going to use a different one today because it still is an old favorite of mine. This is the Milk Makeup Kush Fiber Brow Gel. This one I was obsessed with for, I can't even tell you how long. I thought I'd try it because I think it was a little bit cheaper at the time. And I bought it, put it on, I used to use it alone every single day, just like the Gimme Brow. Personally, after a while, I kind of realized I liked the Gimme Brow more, but this one's still good. I mean, I don't mind it at all. I think it's still a very big favorite of mine, although I think that this one is drying out. So I might need to get a new one at some point. I have so many brow gels though, I really have to use them up. That's like one thing I'm trying to do recently. If anything dries up, I just gotta use it up. A sponge fell on the floor and a sponge disappeared. Anyway guys, I'm just going to dust off, make sure that all of this powder is dusted off. Now I'm going to bronze up the skin. I'm gonna bronze up the skin using a big time old favorite of mine. This is the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Bronzer, Omega Bronzer. This was like the best bronzer ever, and it was honestly like, I don't know, an amazing thing in life when I was able to purchase this, because this thing is like 50 bucks. It's so freaking expensive, but it's such a good bronzer. It really is. Like it made my skin look so good, and I can't get over it. I can't. I'm also going back to using like an old favorite brush too. It's the Hoola bronzing brush from Benefit. It's so good. Also, I love the giant mirror that I have in this product. This just makes it so much easier. The one thing is too, the fallout's insane on this. This goes everywhere, guys, everywhere. Oh, I have to say that powder, that's the one thing that I never liked about the Coty Airspun. It always brightened up the skin a little too much and made my skin look really, really light, even though, well, my skin is pretty light. But I wouldn't consider it to be fair. In the past, I did. I don't know, I'm just always stupid when it comes to this stuff. I'm terrible at figuring out my perfect shade, my undertone, my everything. I'm just actually dragging the brush around the rest of the face. Why? Because it's actually an easy way for you to blend out everything, and also to bring a little bit more of that bronze to the rest of the face. So for blush today, we're gonna use a big time old favorite. It's a big time old favorite. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush. And this is in the shade Party. Party. I think I used this in a video before as well. This is an old favorite. I remember I purchased this as a mini. No, I got it as a birthday gift one year at Sephora. And it was the mini version and I took it with me everywhere. I used it all the time. It was the best blush in the entire world. So eventually, even though I think that $30 is a lot for a blush Tarte, it's a lot, I decided to purchase it and get the giant size. Well, not the giant, the big size. And it was honestly a great purchase because now I don't use it anymore. It's not because I don't like it though. It's just because it's just a matter of like your personal preference in terms of your makeup. Like some people are sticklers about using the same products. Some people like to try new things all the time. Me. This gives such a pretty little flush to the skin. It really does. It's so nice. And I just use it like a maniac. I don't know. I can't help myself. Alrighty, I definitely think it's time to throw away the Jouer concealer and open a new one. Why? It's breaking up underneath my eyes. Oh my god. And it looks like crusty. Ooh, I don't like that. It is what it is. We're throwing it. We're chucking it. Anyway, I'm now going to go in with highlighter. So this is the Wet n Wild highlighter in Boozy Brunch. And this is just now, don't mind the tape. I don't know what happened. I used to keep all of my makeup in a bag because I didn't have nearly as much as I do right now because I was, I don't know, a little more sane back then. But this like popped out, the center part right here. So I taped it back together with like eye tape for when you do your eyeshadow because I don't use the eye tape. But I love this. This is such a great highlighter. I never thought this would be a good highlighter by looking at it, but it's a really good highlighter. I don't know what to say. It's just very good. And I'm going to take my Moda highlighter brush here, and I'm just going to highlight the high points of the face. If you like to be highlighted, this will highlight you. I think this is like $4 or $5 in the drugstore. $4 or $5, guys. I mean, why not? Alright guys, I did it again. I forgot to contour my nose. I do it every single time. So I'm getting that powder again from Marc Jacobs and we are contouring the nose. I could still smell the Coty Airspun. I think it's, I don't know, it's making my brain go a little nutso. So guys, I'm now going to go in and finish up the lower lash line. I'm going to actually, I don't know, I kind of want to, like I said, I just want to keep trying some different stuff here. I like trying different stuff. It makes me happy. So I'm actually now going to take the Candid Peach color that I used all over the lid before, and I'm going to drag that down and bring that in, and I'm just gonna keep building that up because I want that pink color coming through. Now I'm going to take that Bellini shade on this brush and kind of just stick that. Can we turn off the car horn? Thank you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the shade Luscious here, right there, and I'm highlighting the brow bone. This is such a gorgeous shade, guys. I'm obsessed with it. Oh, I think I dipped my brush and finger in it way too many times. It looks ridiculous right now. I have to get my eyebrows done. My eyebrows, my hair, my nails. It's just like, what doesn't need to get done? I'm kind of just a hot mess right now. I'm actually going to get my hair done this Saturday, and I'm gonna go darker, you know? Because we strange folk like me, we get lighter hair in the winter and darker hair in the summer. I'm doing it because it's a hassle to keep up with lighter hair. I'm being nice. It's a nightmare. It's so annoying. It costs an arm and a leg every single time that you go. Every time. You go up to the counter and they're just like, $180, please. Really? I just got a touch up. You telling me it's $180? Are you nuts? So I am going darker. Anyway, moving on. We're gonna go in with an old lash primer favorite. I have a tiny version of this. This is the Benefit They're Real Tinted Primer. This was my favorite lash primer so long ago. And then I discovered the Lancome one and I never went back. This one was decent, but the Lancome one just beefs up the lashes like no other. Now for an old favorite mascara. This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Gifted Mascara. I used to be obsessed with this. I think I got this in a FabFitFun box, or they were offering it as an add-on, and the add-ons through FabFitFun are like 70% off their normal price. So I decided to pick it up, I remember at one point, and I was amazed by it. When I mean amazed, I mean amazed. Thought it was the best thing ever. And it was my favorite everyday primer. And I don't know if it's advertised as this, but I felt like it was like kind of a bit of a tubing mascara. I would take that off in the shower at night. Just rub it off with my fingers and using water. Just water alone. And it would come off like that. I'm terrible at talking when I do my mascara because I always wind up screwing it up. One thing I never used to do was put mascara on my lower lashes. Why? I thought it looked bad, which is so funny because now I do it all the time and I think it looks so much better. I feel like I look naked on the lower lash line if I don't have my lower lashes mascara'd up. So guys, I love the brightness of this eye look right now. It's just like kind of giving me like a spring feel, and I need spring. It's too cold outside. I feel like in the beginning of winter, fall, I'm happy, I feel good, I want to get out and go apple picking and pumpkin picking, and then all of a sudden, like, it's the dead of winter and I'm like, this is terrible. It's so dark and gloomy outside. But I don't mind the cold. I think it's just like the weather itself, it makes it feel very like sucking the life out of you feeling, I guess. So the next thing that I'm going to go into is my lips. Now, this is something that I still love so much, but I just wanted to bring it up because it is an all-time freaking favorite. This is the Marc Jacobs, I think they're called the Enamored Hydrating Lip Gloss Stick, and this is in Sugar Sugar. This was like my favorite thing ever. I remember I wanted to pick up the Mocha Chocolate, that's what it is. There was that one shade and I couldn't find it anywhere. I remember I looked all over the place, Marc Jacobs website, Sephora, anywhere that I could find Marc Jacobs, and I could not find that shade. And I got it, and then for some strange reason I stopped using these because I wound up getting into other products. So now I'm like, but Sugar Sugar is definitely my favorite. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of a lip liner. I want something light like this. So this is the Colourpop BFF Lip Liner. I would have used one that was like my all-time favorite, but I actually wasn't into lip liners like a while back. I got into them sometime this year, so. After I'm done applying the lip gloss, I like to go in with my finger after and just kind of smooth it out. I like that. That is light and fun and pretty. So the last thing that we're going to do is set the face. I would set this with an all-time favorite, which is the All Nighter, and this is the Summer Solstice version. But I'm sorry, because I'm using mattifying everything, I don't want my skin to feel dry. I don't like the tightness, and my skin feels good right now, so I think that I'll be okay for most of the day. But I'm going to actually go in with my favorite setting spray right now. This is the Power Up Dual Phase Setting Spray. This helps to set your makeup, energize, and revive your skin, so this is good to use throughout the day. So you can like keep this at work or something like that on your desk, and if you don't want to spritz your face randomly in the middle of the day at your desk, go to the bathroom and do it or something like that. But this is a great product. This really does refresh my skin, and I also got this in a BoxyCharm box. It's very good. Yes, I do lather my face in that. It's just so good. And it doesn't break up makeup or anything like that. It definitely needs to take a moment to set, because you don't want to start touching your face if it doesn't set. But let's see, let's like kind of just take a sponge and go over this really quick. Look at that, there's like a spot right there, and you could totally see that in the camera. Oh wow, this concealer really failed me. I'm disappointed. I really am. I'm disappointed in that concealer. I mean, it was an old one, it had to be thrown away. So hopefully this new one will prove me wrong, but that really bothered me because that did not do what I needed it to do. Look at how crusty it looks under the eyes. It's embarrassing. And I have to go to work now. I can't fix this. So anyway, guys, even though that part was annoying, I do like the rest of this look. I still love this palette. But these are some of my old favorites before I started my YouTube channel, and they're just the best makeup products. I still love all of them. I still love this, okay? I did badmouth it a lot, but I still love it. It is a great concealer. It's just I used a bad one because I'm dumb, because I wanted to get the most out of my product, but whatever. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, please do that, and please hit the bell if you want to be notified of when my next video posts. And also, please don't forget to like the video, hit those thumbs up buttons, hit that thumbs up button, and you know, just like it. Help a girl out. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.